Good morning. Finally, I think I have my webcam a little bit better. This is the 4th try because the tears kept coming. This is in honor of Sergeant Harold Schaefer. You had to call him Sarge. He called me Wolf. And I was like a prisoner of war from age 3 to 7, from 66 to 71, during the time that he was doing tours in Nam. And I found him when I was about 27 because of all the inexperienced, and experience can only help experience, in my opinion, unless somebody is just extremely intelligent and also had to be on the edge growing up to understand the rougher side of life, as far as a psych or any good doctor, neurologist, anything. They have to know hardcore what's really going on to be able to help you. And so I was getting all these frou-frou things, and I had a flower childy therapist, and I did everything she wanted to, knowing it would fail, and it did miserably. So finally I found Sarge. I just went through the phone book and finally found the Vietnam Veterans of America, and I don't know how I got the number, but all of a sudden, I don't stop. I'm a tank. We are so similar. And the first thing he said was, "How did you get this number?" And I said, well, and I spoke a flashback that I had just gone through, and something called night stalking, and did he understand it? And he said, yes. I said, well, then you're the only one that can help me. Then he had a bimbo girl call me who had no idea, and I hung up on her, and he called back and said, what's wrong with her? And I said, she's an innocent little thing. I can't deal with her. Flash forward once, he came into a psych unit, or the flight deck, as we called it, and he saw me, thought I was, he said, I thought you were this big fat thing that just, made herself ugly because, of all the abuse. I said, I got over the sexual abuse, so that's not it. It's the combat crap and the heinous torture. Thanks, Nam Media footage. You gave a lot of wackadoo some good ideas. And so when I found him, there was such a relief that somebody understood this. And my female side of delving in enough to make sense of what was going on, and initially his guidance, made that part of me excel, because finally it had an avenue to excel in because of acceptance and somebody saying, yes, this makes sense. When I was 27, I'm 49 now. He passed away a while back. Not too much, not over 5 years. I don't know. I tend not to remember such dates, because to me he's still here and I still talk to him, and I draw strength from him. But to know somebody is so isolated in their own hell, and my brother's dying on me, and I have to be strong, and that my brain was placed in his hands. And you know how much trust you have to have for that. And every word he said was true and accurate, and he never lied, and he never candy-coated anything. And I wouldn't have believed him if he did, but that wasn't his character. And I mean, we got along great, because we just got along great. And every once in a while, he would say thank you. And I'm like, no, thank you, you know, and I could never thank him enough. I mean, I would call at any time, and he was driving a fuel truck, and he'd pull over, and within 30 seconds, I'd get a call back. That's when beepers were in style. And he never failed me. And I can never thank him personally, but I thank him by helping his veterans, because we got to keep that chain strong. You know, I say PTSD is being like blasted out into the stratosphere, and I have complex because I was a prisoner, and like concentration camp, prisoner of war, and satanic cult all wrapped up into one. And we were blasted out into the stratosphere when the outsider's looking in, but if we look side to side, when we can get out of that isolation part, we notice there's somebody else standing there, and we're the protectors of the world, and we have to link our arms, because it's us that is going to make the world go round and be safe. And I I and then it got to the point where I called him when he needed me, and you know, he got Agent Orange, and I didn't even know he was married, and there's nothing going on. It was just him helping me, and of course I'd hear somebody in the background, who the hell is it, that girl again? Poor Farah. I know her name now, but I never met her or his children or anything like that. But it was sheer camaraderie and care, sheer care. And he may have been a tough guy, but he was never tough with me. And we helped one another after a while. And then I would call him, and I told him, I don't care if anybody kicks you out, I will take care of you. It never needed to get to that point, but he at least knew. And so I don't do this because I want to be the great girl. I do this because I care about all of you. I really do. I know what it's like to be isolated and alone, and I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let you go through it alone. And I'm here, and I'm tough. I'm tough as nails. I eat nails and shit out corkscrews. And it's because of such a great man like that that God allowed that. You know, we can have moments where we could curse God because we're asking for help and we're not getting any. And I don't understand those moments either, but later on now I understand them a little bit better, that I could be a help for other people. But at the time, it was just insanity. And you never had time to stop. You had to keep going. But now we have a whole bunch of us, and you know, thank God we have the internet. And I just want to say, Sergeant Harold Schaefer, you took my broken brain in your hand, and you worked miracles, and quickly. You know, you had to get that fuel truck on the road again. And whatever I can do to help anybody, there's no charge. The only charge I want to see is some smiling eyes. And these are tears of love, and it's allowed. And Vietnam veterans they're my babes, because it was the same era. And nobody believed us. Nobody cared about us, you know. So with that, I don't have so many great stories because a lot of it was via telephone. I did meet 5 times, and Anybody I was dating, I'd say, Sarge, just talk to her. And I'd hear the ex go, well, she's an asshole. And I could hear Sarge going, yeah, so what? She's an asshole. What are you going to do about it? She doesn't want to be around you anymore. Leave her alone. Oh, Lord. But I love her. Well, what is it? You love her or she's an asshole? If she's an asshole, leave her alone. If she doesn't want to be around you, leave her alone. And don't touch her because she will kill you. And he sent so many people out. And he did, there's so many things. I'm not even going to get into that. Things I buried that got unburied and, you know, safety for other people who might be wanting to till some land. I hid things well. He just did so many miraculous things for me, and so that's why I care so much. And I care. My mission is, like him, to put you back on your own 2 feet in time. I mean, I spent 10 years and more with him guiding me, and then us gaining connection somewhere in there, and then becoming allies. And I showed him the female side, and he showed me the male side. Not that I have the most delicate, even though I could do ballet, but not the most delicate side. But I'm damn proud. I'm damn proud to be groomed by Sergeant Harold Schaefer, Sarge. And be proud. When he left, I knew he went to his mom. When my brother left, I knew he went to my dad and God. And before he left, he got to tell me the 3 things I cursed God out about. You better let this happen. He was hugged by the Virgin Mary and shook hands with Jesus and got to ride in my dad's car. I didn't expect to hear that until I passed for my last time, but I got to hear that. So I've seen miracles. And don't ever think you're small enough that you don't matter. So that's my story about Sarge, even though it's going into 12 minutes. So, trudge on. Speak about your loved ones. I'd love to listen. I love hearing great, great, great stories about great, great, great people. God bless you all. You're in my heart.